What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are doing a little bit of WoOT action here tonight. Top five going to transfer through on qualifying here tonight. Looks like Matt currently on the pole here tonight. Justin Farless second. Jared in third, Glenn Spangler fourth, Kyle Todd in fifth. So far, looking like they're going to be the ones transferring through, but there's still some fast guys out there putting down some qualifying times as we get ready for tonight's main event. So, if this is your first time coming here to WoOT, just to give you a little bit of a rundown, it is going to be qualifying top five transfer through into the feature. Then we are going to have two heat races, then an LCQ, 26 cars total going into tonight's 30-lap main event here tonight. Wide open on Thursday. That's what WoOT stands for. It is going to be a wild one here tonight. I am curious to see what's going to happen as Asher jumps up into that top five. That's going to push Kyle Todd one spot out of that guaranteed transfer spot. I see Shane Haas is out there putting down a lap time in the number 23. How's everybody doing tonight? How you guys doing? Let me know out in the chat. As we roll with Shane Haas currently in that number 30 spot. Now remember, they do get 3 laps here to put down their best lap. We'll see where they all end up here tonight. Some guys might decide to start at the back of the pack. Maybe Noah, maybe Ian, maybe Dalton in the heat races. We'll see if that is good or bad for them here tonight as we jump up. Mark Thrash in the number 8 position. We're going to see if Mark Thrash able to break his way into that top 5. As he comes out of turn number 4, looking for the line to complete lap number 3. Let's see if that lap is a heater, putting him in the top 5. He's going to come across the line, and he is going to be in that number 9 spot. Shane Haas up to that number 2 spot. So Shane Haas going to jump up to the number 2 position here in qualifying. Scott Helms out there on the track. We got Keegan Brown out on the track. Are those? Yeah, there is the Thunderbirds out there. Yes, the Thunder Chickens. Justin Brown out there putting down a qualifying time. He's in the number 88 Hellman's Mayo machine. Sorry, guys, I'm going to fix that screen here in a second. Just want to make sure. It is a Thunderbird. It's a Thunder Chicken. What up, Jonas? Pea Shooter out there rooting for Asher here tonight. Asher with a good qualifying run, currently in the number 3 spot. He is looking to guarantee his way into tonight's race. Let's see who else we got out there. Justin Brown currently in that number 25 spot. Remember, 26 cars going to go into tonight's feature. We are going to be sending some people home here tonight. We got over 30 cars set to do battle. Let's see. We got 32 qualified. 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 I know are in here. Maybe 37. So we might be looking at sending a lot of people home here tonight. 11 cars looking to go home here tonight. As Justin Brown, why is he slowing down? He had one more lap. The 19th. Yeah, this is going to be wild. It's a wild track anyway, but this track is great because will be no surprise if we get 4 wide action even here tonight. We'll definitely see some 3 wide action as that is going to be the end of qualifying. We're going to get into heat race number 1. Let's go ahead and pull up that starting lineup here for heat race number 1. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, it's going to be Glenn Spangler. Outside of him in the number 2 spot, it's going to be Max Wong. Starting in the number 3 spot, it's going to be Cody Harrelson. Outside of him, it's going to be Brent Vinson. I'll tell you what, Brent got in here late, and he's going to put in that number 4. What's that put him? Top 10? Close to it anyway. It is Auto Club. It's going to be Tyler Autry in that number 5 spot. Landon Moody in 6. Devin's going to be in that number 7 spot. Scott Helms in 8th. DJ is going to be sitting back there in that number 9 position. Todd in 10th. Keegan Brown in 11th. Going to be Mangus in that number 12 spot. Clint Sheehan in 13th. Nate in 14th. Oh, man, this is going to be a wild freaking race. There's a lot of guys that I would normally expect to see in this feature. Nate Blasdale going to be in that number 14 spot. Ian Martin in 15th. Noah Martin 16th. And Aaron in that number 18 spot. It is going to be 5 laps here for heat race number 1 as they get ready to roll off the starting grid. There are 16 of the 17 cars, whatever it ends up. That is weird. As they pull out on the track, they're going to go 2 by 2 looking for the green flag. Just a friendly reminder, the start will be on green. Remember, no jumping out 3 wide before the start finish line unless somebody just doesn't go. I get that. I will use my discretion, but do not lay back to try and jump 3 wide. All right, they got them stacked up 2 by 2. Remember, guys, there are no caution flags. No caution flags. There will be in tonight's feature. I didn't mention that earlier. We will get some caution flags in tonight's feature. If it's just a couple cars, I'm probably not going to throw it. Get the fast repair. We'll get you back on the lead lap when we get into the feature, just to let you guys know now before I forget about it. We try and keep it down to 3 or 4 cautions. All right, we are looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Max Wong and Glenn Spangler on that front row as they head into turn number 3 and 4. This is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be an interesting heat race. There is a lot of heavy hitters in this one. Asher is locked into the feature. Yes, he qualified in on time. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4, stacked up 2 by 2. Green flag is out. Wow, a little bit of tire spin there. They're going to jump out 3 wide to the high side as they come down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. There was some tire spin there. That's why those guys had to jump to the high side. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Moody going to jump up in that 3rd lane as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Max Wong leading the way. Spangler on the bottom. Max going to slide up to the bumper of Moody as they come out of turn number 2. Going to be 2 and 3 wide. We're going to see a lot of this action here tonight as they come down the back straightaway. Big push from Landon Moody on the back of that number 15 of Max Wong as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Brent's in the middle of 3 wide. That can't be good as Spangler's going to take the lead onto himself as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Now remember, top 8 going to transfer, and I'll tell you what, you can throw a blanket over this field here tonight. I don't know who is going to transfer. Right now, it is going to be Todd in the number 27. Currently, that final transfer spot. But he's got the number 7 of Magnus to the outside. He's going to take it into turn number 1 and 2. Moody's falling back. Moody now in that final transfer spot. Oh, no. Helms is up the track. Helms went a lap down as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, it is going to be 2 and 3 wide. 2 and 3 wide. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide for the lead into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, we got contact. Save it, Brett. Holy shit. What a save by Brett in turn number 3. On to turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Cody going to lead the way. He's got the lead. He's got a pair of cars behind him. Cody's going to lead this time by 3 laps to go. He'll be in the second one, yeah. Down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Big push on the high side. Moody on the back bumper of Glenn through turn number 1 and 2. Glenn's going to slide sideways just a bit, but he's got the lead as they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Cody back on the bottom side. He's got Devin Parrott on his back bumper as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. He really needs it to push right now. Cody on that bottom side. They seem to be losing that momentum as they head into turn number 3. Spangler going to come back down to the bottom side. Leaves Moody up there by himself as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Moody's got Tyler starting to close the gap as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway, Ian Martin trying to break his way into that top 8. He is cruising forward in that number 98, 2 spots out as they come across the line. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as they come down the front straightaway. Going to be Spangler down on there on the bottom side. Here comes Moody. The 3rd lane is starting to form as it looks like Magnus on that high side in the number 7 with a push from Brett is going to try to get the run. Can't quite get there. They're going to split Spangler out of turn number 2. They take it 3 wide for the lead down the back straightaway. 3 wide for the lead. It's going to be Moody all by himself. He's going to try to slide down, but Cody's there. Cody cuts him a break there 4 wide. We got one that blinked out net code as ones are around. That's going to be Brett in the 37. He gets hit again by Scott Helms. Out of turn number 4, leading the way, it is going to be Landon Moody out front, leading the way as they come across the line. Oh, we got the 56s around, DJ around. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they come into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be side by side up here at the front. Who's going to win? Who's going to be in? Right now, it's Ian Martin, that last car in. Is anybody close enough to catch him? Ian's going to try to grab himself a little cushion, looks to the top side. These guys are coming behind him as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Ian to the 3rd lane. How much ground can he make up? They're going to be 3 wide for 2nd, 3 wide for 5th. Out of turn number 4, coming to line, Moody leads the way out of turn number 4 to the line. Is he going to take the win here tonight in heat race number 1? It's going to be Moody at the line. Tyler, Autry second, Harrelson, Anderson, Parrott, Martin, and Spangler going to the feature here tonight. Noah Carter is going to be 1 spot out. That was wild. All right, heat race number 1 in the books. We're going to get ready for heat race number 2. Let's see, who do I got out there watching? Who is watching? Got a few people over there on YouTube. It's kind of late. Let's see, TikTok. How's TikTok doing? Yeah, we got a few people over there on TikTok. All right, let's get ready for tonight's heat race number 2. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2, it is going to be Kyle Todd. Outside of him in the number 2 position, it's going to be Mark Thrash. You're bored. That's what you get for qualifying in. Starting in the number 3 spot, it's going to be Jamie. Outside of him, it's going to be Ashley Ellison Jr. Starting in the number 5 spot, it's going to be Michael. Outside of him, it's going to be Brady Gotch. Starting in the number 7 spot, it is going to be Chris Burke. Outside of him, it's going to be Justin Brown. Starting on the inside, starting in that number 9 spot, it's going to be David Cool, OG. Outside of him, it's going to be Bill Sleep. I knew it was coming. I know you're here. Yes, I do. Starting in that number 11 spot, it's going to be David Mayo. Outside of him, it's going to be Andrew Birch. It was a good race. We got another one coming up here. Rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, starting in the number 13 spot, it is going to be Miller with Dalton Martin in 14th. Thomas in 15th. Noah Hindley in 16th. And Matthew Pye in that number 17 spot. 2 of those guys did not show up. Matthew was having some internet malfunctions before this one. Not able to make this race as Mark Thrash and Kyle Todd sit on that front row. We are looking for the green flag. Just a reminder, start is on green. Starts on green. Out of turn number 4, the Thrash Can up on that front row. He had a great race yesterday, winning the ARCA race. Can he repeat here tonight? As Kyle Todd and Mark Thrash work their way down the front straightaway, looking for that green flag. Who's it going to be here tonight? Green flag is out as they get on the gas. It's going to be Kyle Todd with the edge heading into turn number 3. But I'll tell you what, that outside lane has been cooking. Can Mark Thrash get the help he needs? Kyle Todd knows it. He's going to move up to the top side heading into turn number 1. Kyle Todd looking like he's getting ready to work those lanes as we get a little bit. That's a unique start there. These guys not too pushy on the start here as they try to gather things in. Bill Sleep going the wrong way as they come down the back straightaway. I don't think that's going to matter. This draft is going to play a huge role, and we're going to be able to throw a blanket over these guys as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Here comes Thrash to the high side of Todd as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Mark Thrash working that side draft. Who's going to lead lap number 1 here in heat race number 2 as they come out of turn number 4. Thrash needs some help. He's going to try to work the door and the side draft as they come to the line. I don't know who's leading the race. I think it was Thrash at the line. I don't know as they head for turn number 1. Oh, big save. Ashley gets into the quarter panel of the number 38 of Mark Thrash. Mark Thrash had his hands full, but both of them keep it straight as they head through turn number 1 and 2. That's going to drop Mark Thrash 1 spot out in that number 38. He's going to fall back in line as they head down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Don't count out that number 65. Dalton J. Martin now up into that number 7 spot. He's looking for more. They're going to take it 4 wide. 4 wide out of turn number 4. Oh, man, this is getting wild as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, working that 4 wide back there in the middle of this pack. The field led by Jamie as Jamie's going to lead that time by. It's Jamie out front with the 55 of Michael just behind him as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're starting to cook up on the high side. Oh, Justin Brown going to push up the track into the number 26 of Kyle Todd. Todd's going to get pushed out. He's in that final transfer spot. Oh, Kyle Todd now 1 spot out as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It is a drag race up here at the front of the track. Let's go take a look from the blimp as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Look at this field through turn number 3 and 4. You could throw a blanket over them. Through turn number 3 and 4, on a turn 4, it's going to be Jamie leading the way. Here comes the top side. Here comes Brady with a big push from Justin Brown. To the line, it's going to be Brady at the line, 3 laps in, 3 different leaders. Mark Thrash moving his way back up in that number 38 as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Top side trying to work. David Cool OG up on the high side in that 112, trying to make it work all by himself. He's currently in that final transfer spot as they head through turn number 1 and 2. David, he gets turned. He turned him out of turn number 2. That's going to move Dalton Martin out of a spot, and I think it was Ashley down into the inside wall. They're going to be looking to the Consi as these guys head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, side by side up at the front. Little bit of contact as they come to the white flag. 1 lap to go as they come across the line. 1 lap to go. The top 7, they are so close. There's a little pack just behind them. Kyle Todd is leading that one. Will they make the run? It looks like Cool OG going to go up to the top side into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to try to work that side draft. Might need a little bit of help. I don't know. Those guys behind him should be jumping up there trying to push them as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Yeah, top 8, my bad. Oh, a little bit of contact. Kyle Todd is in that final transfer spot. I forgot it was top 8, not top 7, as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, no, Thrash. He gets into Jared. He's got to back out of it. Thrash is going to fall into the number 8 spot. Oh, he's on the bubble. He's out of a transfer spot. It's going to be Jamie with the win here tonight. Michael second, Justin Brown, Cool OG, Mayo, Todd, Gotch, and Henley going to the feature here tonight. Mark Thrash is going to have to go to the Conti here tonight. That was great. That was fan-freaking-tastic. The LCQ top 5 going to transfer through. All right, guys, just a reminder, start is on green. Top 5 transfer through tonight. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Todd Rempfer. I think I'm saying that right. In that number 2 spot, it's going to be Andrew Birch. Starting in the number 3 spot, it's going to be Keegan Brown with Bill Sleep in 4th. Nate's going to start in that number 5 spot with Mark Thrash in 6th. Scott Helms in the number 7 spot, Chris Burke in 8th. Max Wong in 9th. Keith Miller going to be in that number 10 spot. Clint Sheehan in 11th. Dalton Martin in 12th. Brett in 13th. Ashley 14th. And that looks like it's going to be the field. 14 cars going for 5 spots here tonight as they are going to pull off the grid here, looking for the green flag this time by. I'll tell you what, some good racing so far here tonight, but this is going to be desperation for a lot of guys. Top 5 transferring through. So top 5 transfer through out of this one. 26 cars going to the feature here tonight. So far, so good. A little bit of contact up there on that front row as these guys look for the green flag this time by. As they head down the back straightaway. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to call because people who should be making the feature are definitely going home tonight. Yeah, this is going to be fun. We got a good group. I feel like we got a good group here tonight. So these guys going to get lined up 2 by 2. As the pace car is going to pull in out of turn number 4. It is going to be Todd and Andrew on that front row. Who is in and who is out? We're about to find out. 6 laps here tonight in the LCQ. Who's it going to be here tonight? Appreciate those likes, guys. Definitely appreciate those likes. As they come to line, Tyler, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. Looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Action is on as they come down the front straightaway looking for 1 and 2. Not a lot of patience here. It looks like Dalton going to go down there on the bottom side. Almost clips that cone as it looked like somebody was not happy. It was Max. Not happy about him making that move as they head through 1 and 2. Dalton. Oh. Max gets into Dalton as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4, going to be Todd. Just want to side by. All right, I get it. We all get it. We can talk about it later. Coming to the line, looking for turn number 1 and 2, going to be Keegan down on that bottom side. He gets a big push from Mark Thrash. Mark Thrash is in right now as it stands, but we only got 1 lap in the book. Everything could change in a hurry. It almost did. It almost sealed the deal for those top 2 as those guys almost wrecked. Coming out of turn number 2, here comes Scott Helms. Scott Helms looking to race his way in. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Keegan out front. Mark Thrash in second. Nate in third. Andrew in fourth. As Scott Helms in that final transfer spot. Little bit of contact there as Chris Burke almost goes around. Back up to the front. It is going to be Keegan leading the way. Mark Thrash in second. Nate trying to close in that number 24 as Keegan going to lead that time by 4 laps to go. I'll tell you what, I am seeing a lot more patience in this race than I expected. For sure. For now, that's going to change. I guarantee it. Here comes Bill Sleep trying to work that top side in the number 65 machine. Could he race his way in? I'll tell you what, Scott Helms has a ton of damage on the nose of that number 41. Excuse me. Let's take a look at that damage on the nose of the number 41. He's got a bunch of damage on that thing. You got to wonder if the temps are going to be all right. 6 laps here in the LCQ. That is definitely enough chance for that thing to overheat as they head through turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of contact, but so far things are pretty calm as they come down the front straightaway looking for the start finish line. It's going to be Mark Thrash to the point that time by halfway through. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Mark Thrash out front. Oh, here comes the 24. Nate up underneath Keegan. It is getting dicey. Scott Helms is sideways as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're going to take it 3 wide for the lead. That patience is gone since they hit the halfway point. I'll tell you what, all 5 of those cars are in as it stands right now, but don't count out the rest of the field as they close the gap led by Max as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Max going to jump. Max and the 29 and Keith Miller side by side. They're trying to race their way in as they come down the front straightaway. 2 laps to go. Oh, he got into Max. What happened there? Oh no, Max just slid sideways. Who'd he catch? He caught somebody. It was Brett, I think, in the 37. Well, I guess if you're going to catch somebody, the plow is the one to catch as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Mark Thrash leads the way. Keegan in second. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Keegan up on that high side. Andrew with a big push behind him as they are going to come to the white flag this time by. This is not over yet, guys. Far from over as Bill Sleep sits on the bubble as they head through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Who's it going to be here tonight? Oh, limited contact sideways. They're going to save it down into 1 and 2. Mark Thrash on the bottom. Keegan up high. If these guys could keep it out of each other, they might be all right. It's behind them that I'm worried about as Bill Sleep is battling with Keith Miller for that final transfer spot. Miller does not have help, but help is on the way as we got a lap car up on the top side as they head for turn number 3. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Keegan out front leading the way through turn number 3 and 4. Looking for the checkered flag. He gets sideways. A little bit of contact with Thrash. Out of turn number 4. They're trying to wreck. It's going to be Mark Thrash leading the way. They're wrecking. They're wrecking behind him. It's going to be Andrew, Mark Thrash, Keith Miller, Todd Renfer, and Chris Burke transferring their way through. What a finish there tonight. Let's go take another look at that one. They just got a little wonky there. 24. Oh, yeah, those guys come down. Oh, man. You know, somebody needs to check on Bill because that was a hell of a ride to be in a motion rig. All right. All right, guys, you have a 3-minute warm-up here. There's a couple guys that haven't hit the track in 3 races, so we're going to give them the opportunity to jump out there. I honestly don't care what you guys do for this 3 minutes. You can beat and bang, use it as a derby. Just don't go the wrong way around the track and get yourself DQ'd. You can go around the track in reverse, the gear reverse. That's fine, but just don't go the wrong way around the track. That's the only thing I ask. All right, these guys going to get out of the track. Some of these guys going to do a couple laps. It's been a while since they've been on the track. Looks like we got one going backwards. That's going to be Shane Haas in the number 23. As they come down the back straightaway, it's going to be David giving them a big old push. All right, I'll be right back. Let me grab another water, and we are going to get ready for tonight's feature. All right, guys. About 1 minute and 20 seconds left here in this warm-up as we get ready for tonight's main event. It is going to be 30 laps here tonight. 30 laps here tonight. What's up? What's up, buddy? How you guys doing out there? What's everybody up to tonight? How's you guys' night been? Getting ready for the weekend. Tomorrow is Friday. Wow, Twitch is doing pretty good. All right. For Twitch, anyway. All right, we are going to go ahead and we got about 30 seconds left, and we're going to get into tonight's main event. Looks like only 3 drivers have gotten a lap in. No surprise there. Make it 4. Is that the season opener, Tyler? Oh, he turned them. Is it the season opener, Tyler? All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. It's going to be 30 laps here tonight. Remind you that this initial start will be on green. After that, it will be on leader. Remember, just don't sit back on the starts and jump at 3 wide. Obviously, like on the second heat when everybody had to jump to the high side because people spun the tires. I get that. But if you sit back and just try to jump the field and jump to the middle or whatever, I will just DQ you. Other than that, guys, we're going to have some fun here tonight. It looked like we got some good racing set up. Both heat races were pretty fantastic. Have some fun out here tonight. And remember, if you got a problem with somebody, I don't care if you want to tell them they're an idiot, but just leave it at one and done. All right, let's get ready for tonight's main event. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Matt Healy. Starting in the number 2 spot is going to be Shane Haas. Going to be Asher Hansen starting in 3rd. Justin Parlis in 4th. Going to be Jared in that number 5 spot. Landon Moody in 6th. Jamie in 7th. Going to be Tyler Autry in the number 8 spot. Michael in 9th. Cody Harrelson in 10th. Going to be Justin Brown in that number 11 spot. Magnus Anderson in 12th. I don't know why I struggle with it when I see it. Starting in the number 13 spot is going to be Cool OG with Parrot on his outside. Mayo's going to start in 15th. Ian Martin in 16th. Kyle Todd going to be in that number 17 spot. Spangler in 18th. Brady in 19th. Noah Martin in 20th. Going to be Hindley in that number 21 spot. Andrew Burke in 22nd. Thrash 23rd. Miller 24th, and then rounding out the field here tonight, it is going to be Chris Burke and Keith Miller. I guess I don't know. Somebody didn't grid up. All right, we are looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. They are stacked up 2 by 2. Let me know out in the chat, who do you think is going to win here tonight? 30 laps as they come down the front straightaway, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Landon, they definitely didn't spin the tires. And that was before the start-finish line. Give it back. All right. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, it is going to be Matt leading the way. Asher in 2nd. Shane Haas in 3rd. Jared in 4th. Justin in 5th. Landon Moody in 6th as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Down out of turn number 4, it is going to be 2 by 2 for second on back as Matt leads the way. Make it third on back. Here comes Asher looking to the top side. He's looking to go 2 by 2 for the lead as they come to the line. It's Matt at the line, but here comes Asher. Oh, Shane's got to move higher than Asher. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Shane's got help, but he gets kicked sideways by Justin Barless. Here comes Landon Moody up the middle. Down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It is going to be 2 by 2. Asher up on that high side. It's going to be Matt down low. They're 3 wide behind him. Here comes that third lane down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Let's go, Devin, says Stone. Dave said Burke. So we got a couple of people rooting out there as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Matt's going to lead the way. Asher is having a solid run in the number 2 spot. But here comes Jared down low. Jared's always got some speed at these tracks, so don't count that number 9 out as, oh, we got one knocked below the apron as they are 4 wide for the lead, or for second or third or whatever freaking position it is as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, you're good. You're good. I figured something happened. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, going to be 2 by 2 for that number 1 spot. No caution flag as it stands right now. I don't know where Ian's going. He's going for a ride down on the infield. He's got a bunch of damage on that nose of the number 98 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Through turn number 3 and 4, it's going to be Matt leading the way. Matt has pretty much controlled this race so far in the number 53. What's up, big guy? As they come down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1. Matt's going to lead the way down on that inside. They are 2 by 2 all the way through the field like it's a restart heading into turn number 1. Man, they have re-racked them, restacked them. Green flag restart as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Keeping an eye on things in the back. Looks like these guys jockey in for position 2 as they come out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, looks like Ian... No, I said the front stretch is okay. Through turn number 3 and 4, it is going to be Asher on the outside. Matt down low. Matt has controlled that bottom side. I don't know if Asher's just not getting enough push from behind or what's going on, but that top side has been dominating. And as I say that, Asher is going to lead that time by. So Asher out front leading the way as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be 2 by 2 all the way through the field. I'll tell you what, these guys doing a phenomenal job as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Stone says, let's go, Andrew Burke. Where is Andrew? Let's see. Where is he? He is deep in the field. But that might be a good thing because these guys are definitely going to wreck up here as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Moody down on that inside. Big push on Matt. Moody's looking to move his way forward. Maybe he'll move up to the top and get that push from Asher and get that top side going as they come down the front straightaway looking for 1 and 2. 5 laps complete. Five laps complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be 2 by 2 through the field. I'll tell you what. I can't tell if they're pacing or racing right now. I'm just kidding. As they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway, they are stacked up all the way through the field. How long can they keep this going? We are 5 laps in. These guys have kept it clean. Big push from Shane Haas. Almost gets Asher, clears ahead into turn number 3. Asher's going to get back on the door of that number 53 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Moody, though. Moody's going to hit the 53 right at the right time. Drag race down the front straightaway. Who's going to get it at the line? It's going to be Asher by a half a bumper at the line as they head into turn number 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, this racing up front is absolutely fantastic. These guys pushing. Will we see that third lane start to form as these guys are still door to door out of turn number 2? I don't know what happened to Ian, but I think something happened with Glenn and Ian because Glenn is definitely off the pace too. Ian's fallen way back with a ton of damage on that car. These guys are going to need a caution to get that thing fixed up and get back caught with the field as Asher sideways as he tries to come down but is not clear. Matt is not just giving him the space as Matt gets forced down on the apron, down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1. Oh, big save out of Landon Moody. Oh, here it is. Big wreck, big wreck, big wreck up at the front. They almost saved it. All right, let's go ahead. Oh my God. We don't do ELs in this. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. It's fun, remember? So these guys get jockeying for permission. It just looks like, oh, big hit, big hit. Oh, I get it. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it sucks. There's nothing you can do about it. I appreciate it, Braden. What's up, buddy? So big wreck here on the front straightaway. We went ahead and threw that caution flag. First caution flag of the night. 8 laps into this one. Oh. Yeah, Todd. All right, so caution flag is out. As we get the first caution flag of the night, couple tempers starting to... Got a ton of guys coming down on pit road. Lots of people with damage. Landon Moody leads the way. Shane Haas in that number 2 spot. Asher 3rd. Justin in 4th. Matt in 5th. Jared in 6th. Brady 7th. Mayo 8th. And Chris Burke in that number 9 spot. How many likes we got? I haven't even looked. 2.2K likes. Appreciate that. Jake, thank you for the follow. Big guy, thank you for the follow and the share. Let's see who else we got. We got Stashy. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Appreciate those follows, guys, as we are going to get ready for some more racing. All right, guys, I just want to let you know if you do go a lap down or two, because you have to tell when we do get the next caution, and trust me, there's probably a better chance than not that we will get a caution. You can take your laps back. If you end up 1 lap down, just make sure you guys let people know that you're coming. Take that outside, and whenever we hit the caution, if you are on the lead lap, just hit that white line and roll the bottom so those guys can get their laps back. All right, Burke. Let's go, Burke, says David. D Dave. Appreciate that, guys. We are going to get them ready to get stacked up. We are 10 laps complete. We're going to stack them up this time, 2 by 2, through the field. Who's it going to be here tonight? Ian Martin on pit road right now in that number 98. He has gone a couple laps down. Mark Thrash coming back out of the track. He is a lap down at least or 2. These guys will get those laps back when we get another caution. All right, we're going to stack them up 2 by 2 through the field here. Once again, it is going to be Landon Moody leading the field. Pace car is in the middle of the back straightaway. We are going green this time by, if you guys are catching up, just to give you an idea where everybody's at. Looking for turn number 3 and 4 and that green flag this time by these guys trying to catch the field. Ian Martin still on to pit road. Moody going to lead the way heading out of turn number 4, looking for that green. Man, pace laps are brutal on asphalt. All right, they got him stacked up. They're closing those gaps, looking for the green. Landon Moody leads the field to the start-finish line. This start is on him. When's he going to go? Waits to the restart zone. Green flag is out. Green flag's out as Moody leads them to turn number 1 and 2. We got them re-racked and restacked once again. Moody leads the way in that number 84. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Asher going to be in that number 2 spot. Shane in 3rd. Will they get some single file action in? Looks like Shane trying to look to the bottom. Nope, he's going to push back up to the top, kind of catching that draft off those top 2. Asher jumped up high. Shane's going to move to the bottom. He duped him to the bottom, but Asher is right where he wants to be. Down the back straightaway, looking for the lead into turn number 3. Help is coming for Asher. It is going to be Justin Farless and Jared and Brady. That's a hell of a top road pushing as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Asher might have a good run here up on the high side with a good group of pushers behind him out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. To the line, it's going to be Moody down on that bottom side as they are 2 by 2 behind him down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Most of the field is pretty single file. I don't know if Cody, what happened to Cody? Cody goes around in the 4K. He's going to take the tow. Not sure what happened to Cody. He goes down back. Yeah, I mean, oh my God, big hit. That was a racing deal there for sure. Down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Asher up on the high side. Big push from behind. He's got Jared behind him. Jared is taking up that number 2 spot on the high side as they head for turn number 1. Big push on that number 10 as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Asher's got to get that thing to rotate. Gets back on the door to the 84. It's a good run for those guys on the top side. Jared trying to stay close, but Shane Haas all over the back of that number 84 like it's a fresh smoked barbecue rib down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4 is going to be Moody out front leading the way. They are still side by side. Let's jump on with David Mayo just behind these guys. He's got a pretty good view of this. Let's jump on with Let's jump on board with David Mayo as they come to the turn number 1 and 2. He's going to be on the back bumper of that number 53. They aren't really pushing hard. I mean, they're pushing, but they're not like over pushing. Asher just got into the door of Moody, pushed up the track, but we sit on board with David Mayo. Oh, what's going on? What is that? All right. Who's in front of these guys? All right. Not sure what really happened there as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Landon Moody leading the way side by side for second on back. Moody up into Asher, almost wrecking into turn number 1. Car high. Landon Moody as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Asher's going to get back on the door of that number 84. He's going to try to get the run off. Both these guys pushing that side draft as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Lap traffic up ahead as these guys are 2 by 2 down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Asher going to get a push up on the high side. Shane's going to get away from the bumper of Landon, but he's trying to close the gap. Will he get there in time? Jared's pushing it as they come out of turn 4. He's got to push from behind down the front straightaway. Oh, they're beating and banging behind him. So we got a couple different packs going on as they are going to get reorganized back up here in the front, at the front of the pack. 16 laps in the books as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Booty going to continue to lead the way down on the inside. Asher back up to the outside. He's got help coming from behind. Here comes Jared with a good push, but Haas all over the back of the 84. Great pushes out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Drag race looking for turn number 3. Asher with the advantage with a great push from Jared. Jared's got to time this one up a little better out of turn 4. He's been a little far behind, and Shane has absolutely nailed the run out of turn number 4, and he's going to do it again. Jared's going to get loose, push up the track. He's going to be late getting to Asher. It's going to be Moody at the line, I think, this time. Oh, they get together. They got the run. Oh, I think it was Moody at the line. Maybe. I don't know. Asher looked ahead. Oh, it is so close as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Jared's going to stay on the back bumper of that number 10. He's so good at staying on the back of Asher through 1 and 2. It's 3 and 4. He's got to figure it out. If those guys can get that top side figured out, the field might be in trouble here tonight. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3, 2 by 2 through the front of the field. Man, the field is actually pretty spread out right now. I think they know something might happen up here at the front of the pack. Moody continues to lead the way. Asher on the outside. Sorry, just checking through the field as they come to the line. Going to be 18 laps complete. 18 laps complete. Looking for turn number 1 and 2. So bunch of guys have used fast repairs already or have had to take a lot of damage. Big wreck here early on, right around lap number 10. Do we got issues? Nope. I think he just left. As they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4, trying to make sure nobody was crashing on the track in front of the leaders as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Jared. Jared thinking about forming that third lane as they come through turn number 3 and 4. He's got help as the 15 stays on his bumper. Now Jared's going to move back down. Keith's going to be done with this one. He jumps down to the pits as these guys are side by side up at the front. Moody with the edge for sure that time by as they head for turn number 1 and 2. If these guys can get it figured out on the top side, Jared's just got to figure out the timing out of turn number 3 and 4. That's really where he's struggling here tonight to get that top side really working with Asher leading that pack as they come out of turn 4. It's a little far back. Looks like Shane's going to beat him to the punch again. Let's see if these guys can catch back up. The Ash are going to lose ground as they close in on lap traffic. That's Ian Martin just ahead of them. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Lap traffic up ahead. Will they be able to utilize that lap traffic to get the pole on one side or the other, or maybe put the block on the field as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway? Moody with the edge. Much better job by Jared. Jared going to be a lot closer to Asher, and I think Asher is going to lead this time by. I'm assuming that Ian Martin's going to stay on that bottom side. So these guys are going to have to work around that lap traffic as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Ian is allowed to hold his line, so make sure you guys prepare for that. If he decides to, just don't go in the middle. That's all I ask Ian. But if he wants to run the bottom, he can run the bottom. If he wants to run the top, he can run the top. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Ian's going to move up to that outside as they come out of turn number 4, giving them room. It is side by side through the field. Landon Moody on that bottom side as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Lap traffic up ahead. They are going to definitely try to get that pull out of Ian as they come down the front straightaway looking for 1 and 2. Ian's going to give them the bottom side as they head into turn number 1. Asher with the edge into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Jared's going to push up the track as they head through turn number 1 and 2. The 55 coming off of pit road did not LePage the field. We definitely appreciate that as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. I can't believe we haven't gotten a caution yet. This is absolutely insane. Ian Martin going to blend in with this lead group as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Jared gave Asher the push of his life. Definitely pushed himself too wide going into the corner there. That loses the momentum of the top side as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Asher just blinked out for a second as they come across the line. It is going to be 8 laps to go. How are they not? I don't know, something happened. I think Chris Burke went around having issues. Is he going again? No, he is down in the infield as it is going to be 2 by 2 up at the front. I'll tell you what, Jared and Asher have figured this out as they come down the front back straightaway looking for turn number 3. What's up, Tyler? Go Kyle Todd. Where is Todd? He's back there in the number 9 spot. He's definitely within. No, he's not within striking distance. He's not in that front pack yet. As they come out of turn number 4, things are definitely going to start to get tense. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a caution flag yet. To the line, it is going to be Asher leading the way. Landon Moody now on that inside. Does not have the advantage. Jared and Asher have gotten things figured out, and Asher has decided to stay put up on that outside. He just likes the control he has. You get locked out on the bottom. There's not a whole lot you can do but stay on the bottom. Wow, Jared got there a little early, but big save by Asher out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. These guys have done a great job into turn number 3. Going to be Moody and Asher on that front row. I'll tell you what, this field looks great right now up at the front. We got about 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cars in this lead pack. One of them a lap car as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Shane Haas continuing to push Moody as Asher is going to lead it at the line once again with 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Justin Farless, yeah, he's in there. He is up in the mix in that number 15 as they head through turn number 1 and 2. It looked like Brady was looking to the high side of Ian out of turn 2. They're going to bang doors down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Asher is going to keep that edge. I'll tell you what, Justin has been pushing the shit out of that number 10. It's like, you know, that's a horrible combination, Oreos and Budweiser. But it definitely looks like he wants to dip that Oreo in a Budweiser as they come out of turn number 4, looking for the line. Asher's going to lead again this time by. Asher's going to lead it as they head into turn number 1 and 2 on the high side. It is door to door. Looks great. These guys are running clean as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Poor Mark is laps down. Ian's laps down. Hopefully, I don't want to see these guys wreck, but I definitely want to see those guys get back on the lead lap. So I guess I got to have that if I want the other. I can't have both. I can't have my cake and eat it too. But this has been good as it looks like Ian's going to try to go unlap himself the hard way. Brady's going to follow him. Can they get that third lane going as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, guys? Or down the front straightaway out of turn number 4 as we got 4 laps to go. Jared jumps up to the high side as Ian Martin and Brady make ground in the third lane. Oh, that third lane is starting to come. Asher's going to lose a ton of ground. Justin to his back bumper, though, as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're 3 wide up at the front as they are 3 wide. Jared's going to lose some ground, but here comes Ian Martin. Let's see if they can get that third lane going out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. 3 by 3. Look at them go down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Mayo's looking for the bottom. He's looking for a way out if he's got to go. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, it is going to be 3 to go at the line. 3 to go at the line. Will they survive? Down the front straightaway, 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, we got a big wreck into turn number 1 and 2. Big wreck in turn number 1 and 2. Caution flag comes out. Caution flag comes out. All lead lap cars, make sure you guys roll the bottom when you catch the pace car just to make sure those guys can get their laps back. I will probably extend, there's a few guys out there that need their laps back. I probably will extend the caution, maybe 1 or 2 laps depending, because I know a couple of those guys might need some damage repaired or their fast repair. Oh, I just saw Wing Nugget out there. All right, so what happened? Oh, it just looked like there was a little bit of swimming, hard racing, hard pushing. Brings out the caution flag here tonight. Ian Martin was doing a great job pushing Jared. It just got a little washy there. Everybody was moving a little bit, bringing out that caution flag. As we get a couple guys down on pit road. Pace car is going into turn 3, guys. Pace car into turn 3. Lead lap cars, please be on the bottom side. All right, this is interesting. This is definitely... I was only thinking that I only might need one or 2 extra laps at most. Yeah, we're going to see where it ends up. I might not have to extend it, but I do know that I don't know. I think Mark took repairs instead of his fast repair, and he might want to go in and grab his fast repair. Those were the things I was thinking about. All right, so some of these guys getting back on the lead lap. Let's see. I think Ian is the last one to need a lap back. I should be able to just extend it with one lap. I'm assuming Ian needs to go in and get his fast repair. All right, so Ian does not have a fast repair. Oh, Noah's out there still. Just gonna wait on Noah. So we'll see what these guys do. Got a couple guys down there on pit road. All right, so these guys are gonna come to the line. Will it be one to go? All right, we are going to go one extra lap. If you need to pit, go ahead and pit. If you are getting your lap back, just let them know when you come up on them. All right, we got one coming. Yep. I don't know what to think here, guys. It's about to get crazy. What do you think out there? Let me know in the chat. It is definitely about to get crazy as these guys come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get one to go. We are going to get a green-white checker here, guys. We are going to get a green-white checker here tonight. It's going to be interesting. I'm not even 100% sure to know what to think could happen here tonight. Oh, we could have a lot of things happen. How many likes we up at over on TikTok? 2,300 likes. Can we get to 3K by the end of this stream, guys? Should be pretty easy. You probably could get me to 5K. They are getting one to go at the line. One to go at the line as they get ready for the green-white checker. Thank you, Wingnut. What's up, buddy? I'm telling you, this is going to get wild. Asher's been in the mix all night long. Lamuti's been in the mix, but we got some guys that have now caught up to the field. They played it safe. I'll tell you what, we got to look for Noah Martin to come up through the field. Don't count out this number 35. He is going to be one to beat here tonight. He is back in the number 10 spot, but I'll tell you, he'll be coming through. Look for Cool OG to possibly come up through the field. Mark Thrash is back up in the mix. Look for him to maybe make his way up through the field. This is going to get interesting, guys. I would not count any of these guys out. If you are on pit road, just a heads up, they are about almost halfway down the back straightaway. I know you guys are probably timing it if you're on pit road still. Oh, this is interesting. They're talking about fuel. Fuel is definitely becoming an issue here tonight. I think the silence said it all. All right, fuel is definitely an issue here tonight, guys. These guys are thinking about fuel. Green, white checker. So I got to assume there are a few guys that are hoping that this goes green and no yellow because they will have to pit. As they look for the green flag. Green flag is out as Moody gets on the gas. They're going to set him up 2 by 2 down into turn number 1 and 2. This could be a wild one as they head into turn number 1. It's going to be Moody leading the way. He might have gotten out there too far. He might be a sitting duck as these guys try to move for position. That could have been the best thing he could have done, though. It's stretched out the field. That's going to give him the best opportunity to possibly make it to the checkered flag, at least the white flag here tonight, to give himself a chance. Down the back straightaway, Shane Haas going to get back to the number 84. Oh, Moody goes up the block, almost hits Asher. Asher up the track. He's going to get the run down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He's got help. It's from Matt Healy as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Matt was our quick time here tonight. He was up front for a while, but we lost him in the back. He is back up to the front. Could he steal the victory away from these guys here tonight as they get the white flag? It is going to be one lap to go. One lap to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Landon Moody leading the way. Asher on the outside. Will Asher get help, or will they bail on him through turn number 1 and 2? Big race up at the front. Will they be able to catch him from further back? Mayo's up in the mix. Could he be in the catbird seat? Down the back straightaway. They are definitely catching him as a pack down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. Big block there as it's Brady looking to the middle. Brady's going to have to back out. Noah Martin looking for somewhere to go. Here comes Mayo down on the bottom side. Could he get the run if these guys did get together? Hanson and Moody side by side. They're going to touch doors out of turn number 4. Coming to the line. Who's it going to be? Big push up on the outside. It is going to be Asher at the line. Landon Moody second. Matt in third. Shane Haas fourth. Brady in fifth. What a finish here tonight. What a finish. That was phenomenal up at the front. Absolutely great racing up at the front. Honestly, guys, tonight, I know there was a couple little hiccups here and there, but, man, great racing. All right, we're going to go ahead and get it is going to be Asher for the win here tonight. Landon Moody in second, Matt in third, Shane Haas in fourth. Going to be great in that number 5 spot. David Mayo in sixth, Noah Martin in seventh. Going to be paired in that number 8 spot. Cool OG in 9th. Kyle Todd in 10th. Going to be Mark Thrash in 11th. Jared in 12th. Michael in 13th. Going to be Jamie in that number 14 spot. Todd Remper in the number 14 position. I don't know why it messes me up. Andrew Birch in 16th. Going to be Tyler Autry in the number 17 spot. Noah Henley in 18th. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, it is going to be Glenn Spangler in 19th, Ian Martin in 20th, Justin in 21st, Chris Burke in 22nd, Keith Miller in 23rd, Anderson in 24th, Cody Harrelson 25th, and Justin Brown did not make the start. All right, so we got a little bit of drama out on the track, but we were going to pull in. I'm going to go ahead and mute this for now. We're going to go ahead and do this. Couple tempers out there. It is what it is. I thought it was great racing here tonight. Hello. I got to go get Asher. All right. Holy cow. I guess Shane. Oh, I would have brought him up just to mess with him. But great run here tonight, guys. What a run. Moody, you had a good part. You had a good part of this race. It was definitely great racing up at the front. A lot of give and take. It was all about that timing of the push coming out of the corner. And man, what a run here tonight.
Yeah, and another heartbreaker in WoOT. That's about how my WoOT luck's going. But honestly, you can't complain with the second again. I guess it's been a pretty good week for me on these MDI races. Finished second last night in the ARCA race and second here tonight. So I guess can't really be too mad about it.
Okay, Denny Hamlin. No, joking. But Great run here. I mean, it was all about that push, and it looked like Asher was really working that side draft, and he got really good pushes out of Jared late in that long run, and then Matt giving him the push late. I mean, it was all about the timing, and Shane doing a great job pushing you here tonight. You almost got it.
Yeah, I mean it just the middle lane was just really dominant. I mean, if you were up there, you probably had a good chance of winning the race. And the outside lane was so much more organized, and it's because of the side draft on these cars, though, and the way that you get pulled back on the side draft, it's just really it just doesn't help the bottom any, and it just really holds you up, and it makes it pretty tough to pass. But I mean, this I will say, I mean, the racing was good. I had a blast. It was definitely tricky to move forward and be in the lead, but I don't know how many times me and Asher swapped for the lead, but it was definitely a good many times. A bunch of lead changes for sure, but it was just wasn't meant to be, I guess.
Well, great run here tonight. We know next week you got at least one track that's going to be in your favorability of maybe making it into victory lane next week, and maybe you can make it to first place next week. We'll see. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to Friends Family Sponsor?
Yeah, I want to thank you for putting on this deal every week. It's always fun. This was a good little throwback because this is basically what it started WoOT, I guess, really. But appreciate that. All the guys that ran tonight, Clint, Scott, and appreciate Shane for all the help, and all the normal guys that run. 3D Racing, Justin Norwood Sim Sports, Precision 3D Princeton Design, and all their friends and family watching.
Well, great run here tonight. Go enjoy that second place, and we're going to talk to the winner, Asher. Man, what a run here tonight. You were committed to that high side. Even when you got pushed out in front of Moody, you still stayed up there with Jared.
Yeah, I think that one time I cleared earlier in the race. I think it was Matthew. He was running the bottom. I cleared him, took the bottom, and it did not work out for me. Even though I probably stacked up the field and caught that yellow there. But since then, I was like, I don't even care if I get clear. I'm staying up there. I like them. I like that higher lane and on full throttle racing, and worked out. It worked out. Even though the bottom was still really fast though. But it's nice to be in the middle lane or second lane, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely helps keep that momentum up. It's a little easier to get pushed in the corner if somebody comes to your back bumper. I mean, there are a few advantages of being up on that outside and keeping those RPMs up and keeping that momentum up. But, man, what a run. Matt gives you a great push at that. I mean, I don't think anybody could have pushed harder. He had a good run, was up front, then they had the wreck, and he ended up towards the back, made his way back up front. I mean, Jared was pushing you good, but you got to be happy that Matt made it there because, man, he pushed you. He almost pushed himself out there.
Matt is a really good pusher right there at the end there, and he said he was gonna push me clear, which he actually technically did, but I didn't take the bottom. I think on the back straight away. He's a really good pusher though, so I'm glad to see he still got third, since most of the time like third on back, cause most of the time gets like wrecked or something. Sometimes even the leaders as they cross the finish line.
Well, honestly, very good racing today. Pretty clean racing. Great run for you. You had Pea Shooter and a couple of guys out there rooting for you. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to Friends, Family Sponsors?
Thank you for Pea Shooter for rooting for me. And, I won whenever earlier he said he was going to, root for me. And you know what? That win, that was the Pea Shooter right there, since he said he was rooting for me this race. And then, Oreos is on the car this week. And thank you for hosting this race. Since, it's fun to go in here every week, doing this every week.
Appreciate you. Good win. Go enjoy it. And I'll come down and talk to you guys in a little bit.
All right.
All right. Great run here tonight. I don't have Devin in here. He's not in here. But great run from you guys here tonight. Appreciate you always coming out. We're going to call it a night. Remember, Monday night, we have 3 dirt shows, triple headers. It's going to be Big Block Modifieds, Monday Night Modifieds, followed by the World of Outlaw Super Late Models, and UMP Modifieds next Monday. You guys don't want to miss that. As always, make sure you hit that like, share, and follow, and